Hi, I'm Cindy Stark-Reed. I'm going to be doing a program with you today on breath and relaxation. It is sponsored through the DeKalb County Public Library System. They have many wonderful programs. If you're interested, you can go on dekalblibrary.org and explore all the different programs that they have available for the community. I'm really enjoying working with this self-care for seniors. And today, like I said, we're going to be working on breath and relaxation. We're going to talk a little bit about how relaxation impacts your body. We're going to talk a little about how stress impacts your body and how your breath is actually one of your greatest tools in being able to assist you and help you in dealing with your stress, in helping you sleep better, even helping you deal with pain and discomfort in your body. So today we're going to learn several different techniques in ways that you can use your breath. Now, I know that there's going to be a lot of information. If you want to take some notes, feel free to. If you want to just learn one or two things and practice those, that's fine. Everything is available for you to use in whatever way feels good for you. Okay, so we're going to start with just finding a comfortable place to sit and letting yourself just relax in the seat and letting yourself go. And what I mean by that is not holding yourself up. See if you can let the chair hold you up. See if you can just allow your body, your torso, your legs, your hips to just sink a little bit into the chair. Can you relax your shoulders and your head? And just notice, how do you feel being in your body today? Do you know that every day it's different? Probably many of you already know that, because some mornings you wake up and you feel pretty good, and other mornings you wake up and you may have more discomfort, stiffness, getting out of your bed, it's hard to move, your joints could be hurting you, or you may have some days that you just feel a lot more anxious. These are difficult times we're living in, and so learning some tools and techniques to help you relax a little more is really a great thing. So we're going to start with inhaling, is taking your breath in, and then exhaling, letting your breath out. Now, we can breathe in our nose and out our mouth. We can breathe in our mouth and out our mouth. We can breathe in our nose and out our nose. And the last one left, if you're following me, is in your mouth and out your nose. Now, if you practice and pay attention, you will notice you feel a little bit different depending on which breath you use. I actually find breathing in my nose and out my nose is the most calming and soothing of all the different breath exercises that I do. So I invite you to just try those as we're spending time together learning these exercises, and your body and your psyche and your emotions will tell you which one you like more, which one do you respond to more, and that's the one you're going to try using more when we do our breathing. So let's do a little bit of movement and breath just to get our bodies more comfortable. So we're going to inhale our arms up and exhale down, and inhale up, exhale down, and one more time, inhale up and exhale down. Very nice. Now we're going to inhale our head up and exhale our head down. So it's going to be chin going up towards the ceiling, not all the way up. If you go all the way up, you actually can strain your neck, and you don't want to do that. You want to just go about 2/3 of the way up that you can go. And if you can't do much at all, because you have neck and shoulder problems, just even a little, just slightly tilting your chin up towards the ceiling is fine. Just whatever movement you can do. It's very important as we go through the class today that you are monitoring your body and noticing that what you can do comfortably. You may not be able to do what I can do. And obviously, if we were in a group class, you would be seeing other people doing things, but we are all different. And it's very important that we honor the body that we live in and that we are kind to it, that we don't push it. We don't force movement or force breath, but we just notice with kindness and love what is good for us and try not to judge it and just be at peace with that. That will actually reduce our stress and anxiety tremendously. So we're going to do the head movements with the breath. So inhaling up and then exhaling down where your chin goes towards your chest. And inhaling up and exhaling down. One more time. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Very nice. How did that feel? Just start paying attention. As we're doing it, after we do it, just taking a moment, we can call it a magic moment, or maybe you can just close your eyes and notice what's different. As we go through these exercises, it's very important that you pay attention to what kind of changes you're going through, or you won't really notice how things are different by utilizing these exercises. One more movement. We're going to inhale, center in place, and then exhale, turning towards the right, and inhale back to center, and exhaling towards the left. You may only be able to go a little bit, never force it. If you have a stiff neck, just honor that. Just go a little bit. Come back to center, inhale, exhale towards the right, inhale center, exhale towards the left, inhale center. One more cycle. Inhale towards the, inhaling in place, exhaling towards the right, inhaling center, exhaling left, and inhaling center. And now close your eyes just for a moment and just notice, how do you feel? And slowly opening your eyes. Good. I hope you're paying attention to, as you're using your breath and doing some movements, really noticing any shifts or changes. So the autonomic nervous system is made up of two parts: the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is the one that causes us to freeze or go into fight or flight. That's the part of us that is used to responding when there's a startling situation, a fear situation. It's a very primal kind of reactivity that we all need to have, because sometimes we do need to know when it's time to run from something or a way to really take care of ourselves. But the parasympathetic nervous system is the one that really helps us to relax more. It drops the stress hormones that we have running through our bodies, the cortisol levels. It helps the adrenals to really relax and calm down. And it also impacts our blood pressure and our blood flow. And these are the things that, if we can use some techniques and practice some things that help activate the parasympathetic nervous system, then we're really making a difference in our bodies with how much stress we're internalizing. Today is a very stressful time in our lives and in our culture, and we can utilize all things that are helpful and positive to help us feel better so that our bodies are healthier. There's a lot of research showing that knowing how to activate your parasympathetic nervous system makes a big difference in your longevity and also in your health and well-being. So today, I'm going to teach you a series of breathing exercises and also just help you become a little more comfortable in awareness with your breath and your body itself. So the first thing I'd like you to do is find a place to be comfortable. Make sure it's something that gives you some back support. It could be a chair. If you're having a hard time sitting up these days for whatever reason, you can lay down on the couch and still do what we're about to do. Anything that supports your body. A lot of this is about learning kindness and caring. Remember, we said these are self-care techniques. Along with self-care is always the message of being as loving and as kind to ourselves as we possibly can be. The very first breathing technique that we're going to talk about is called the three-part breath. So first I would like for you to just, as you're sitting, move around so your body's comfortable. Shake your shoulders out, your head, get into a position that just feels good, and just notice your breath without changing it. What are you aware of? Maybe you're breathing into your chest. Maybe you're breathing into your stomach, your diaphragm, your throat. What are you noticing when you take a breath? Maybe it feels shallow, maybe it feels tight somewhere. Maybe you already know how to use your breath and practice it well and have some nice awareness through your belly and your diaphragm and how to relax your shoulders. So we're going to practice, like I said, the three-part breath. The first thing I want you to do is place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. And when we inhale, which is taking a breath in, we're going to inhale into our bellies and feel our belly push against our hand. And then we're going to allow that breath to lift up into our diaphragm and even into our chest. Now, that may sound like that's really hard to do. It does take some practice, but I have faith in you, and I do believe that we'll be able to do that. Be patient with yourself, don't judge yourself, and just try this. So we're going to inhale into our belly and then pull the breath up into your diaphragm, stomach area, and then chest area. So the last part of that inhale, you're going to feel your chest expand. And then on the exhale, it's going to reverse. It's going to go down the chest, allowing the chest to drop, allowing the belly, the diaphragm area to drop, and then the belly comes in. So in that last part of the exhale, you're tucking your belly, your abdominal muscles in, pulling them in a little bit. So let's try that again. We're going to breathe into our deep belly, where our hand is. Inhale, pulling that breath up into the stomach area, diaphragm, and up into the chest. See how my chest expands? And then on the exhale, reversing, the chest relaxes, then the diaphragm, and last, the belly. So I'm going to do some of those, and I'd like to invite you to join me doing these. I'll talk us through one more time, and then we'll do a few of these together without talking, so that you can just watch what I'm doing and we can breathe together and experience it together. So I'm inhaling into my lower belly, pulling the breath up into my chest, and then exhaling. At the bottom of the exhale, I'm sucking those abdominal muscles in. You do not have to do a lot. Just a little bit goes a long way. This should not be uncomfortable. It might be a little bit awkward because you're not used to doing it, but there shouldn't be any kind of pain ever in any of the breathing we're doing. So now I'm going to do 3 of these with you, and I'm going to do this without talking. And now take a moment to just notice any differences, any changes, how it feels inside your body. We're sending a lot of oxygen and breath to our internal organs. You might start to notice something. Now we're going to do it 2 more times. This time I want you to do it with your eyes closed, but I want you to put your focus inward inside your body and notice as you're breathing, what can you relax more? Can you maybe invite your shoulders to relax down? Can you invite your neck to let go a little bit? Are you holding your jaw? Can you relax your jaw? What can you do inside to help your being let go a little bit more? So let's do 2 of these breaths together. Let's try it with our eyes closed, going inward, paying attention, and encouraging parts of us to relax. How is that? Now, if you're really watching me, you'll notice I am a pretty deep breather because I have a lot of experience. It may be that you can only do some shorter breaths. My breaths last a pretty long time. So if you can't do that, don't worry. There's nothing wrong. It just means that you're not very practiced at it. And in time, if you do this every day, a little bit, and a little goes a long way. You can sit down and practice for 5 to 10 minutes breathing, and you'll begin to notice a difference in your stress level. So it's something that I do practice every single day throughout the day. Sometimes I am doing 5 or 10 minutes of focused breathing. Sometimes I just, if I become aware that I'm feeling a little stressed out, or if I'm feeling a little tight in my body, or if I have a little discomfort or pain anywhere, I'll begin to utilize some of my breathing techniques that will help me. Our next breathing technique is going to be box breathing techniques. So I want you to think of a box. A box has 4 sides. So our breath is going to have 4 sides. And what we're going to do with this one is we're going to inhale, maybe at the count of 4. If you need to inhale to the count of 2, that's fine. Once you inhale, you're going to hold for that same count. And then we're going to exhale for that same count. And then we're going to hold our breath out for that same count. So we're going to inhale through our nose. We're going to hold. We're going to then exhale through our mouth, through pursed lips, and then hold out. So I'm going to start with a count of 4. If you need to do 2 or 3, or if you can do a longer breath, great. But remember, you want to hold the same amount that you're inhaling and exhaling. So I want to encourage you to just really start with a shorter breath so that you're successful. If you start to feel like you're running out of breath, or you're feeling a little dizzy or lightheaded, it means that you're breathing way too long and too much. This shouldn't be something that taxes you or really stresses you. We're trying to do something relaxing to eliminate our stress. So I'm not with you, so you have to judge for yourself with your experience. Okay, so we're going to do inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through pursed lips. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you find that holding your breath out, it's too much, then back off a number and then try that. So I'm going to do this silently as you do it with me, so we can practice together. Remember to pick a number that works for you. If you try 3 and it's too much, and you know that because you're a little lightheaded or dizzy, or you're running out of breath, or you can't hold your breath out or in that long, then you know. And if you need to back off and start with 1 or 2, go ahead and do that. So let's begin. Great. How was that? I hope that's something that you started to feel more comfortable with. Once again, we're going to try this now with our eyes closed. The reason why we close our eyes is that we block out a lot of the stimulation, and that helps our mind to relax more. This is why meditation is so popular, because we do this with our eyes closed. We try to shut down some of the monkey talk that we talk about, our monkey mind, that it has constantly thousands of thoughts going all throughout the day, and we want to just quiet everything down. And I want you to notice, are you feeling any kind of difference from when we first started? And just pay attention to that. Hopefully it's something very positive. Hopefully you feel yourself letting go a little bit, calming down. So let's do 3 cycles of our boxed breathing technique. I will remind you again, we use the same number, inhaling through our nose, holding, exhaling through our mouth, pursed lips, and holding. And then we begin the cycle again. We will do this 3 times with our eyes closed. Join me. finding myself getting calmer and calmer and really enjoying it. And I hope that I can keep teaching you because I'm feeling so relaxed. All right. I know I said this in the beginning, but I just want to remind you, you are welcome to do any of these laying down. It's also very comfortable before bed. If you have a hard time quieting your mind when you're getting ready to go to sleep, you can do it sitting up, or you can lie in bed and on your pillow, just resting with your body in your bed. Talk yourself through some of these breathing techniques, and a lot of times you'll fall asleep right in the middle of them. What happens is we get into bed and we start to think about the day, or maybe we're living in a body that has a lot of pain and discomfort, and when we stop doing things, we start feeling that discomfort and pain much more intensely because we're not distracted. Well, these breathing exercises will help you let go of ruminating about the pain in your body or the discomfort, and to help your mind relax. So you can try these when you're trying to go to sleep as well. The next one we're going to do is called a breath focus technique. This means that we either use a word or an image, or both of them. So there are a group of words that I like to use, and we inhale one word and we exhale either the same word or a different word. Now, I like the words peace, love, joy, calm, quiet. You can choose whatever words make you feel relaxed. You can use the word relax. I think it's important to figure out what is it that is going to help you feel good and let go of any of the worry or concern or the anxiety that you have. That's what these breathing techniques are all about. And the more we do them, the more deeply relaxed we feel. So with our focus breathing technique, we have words that we can use, but we also can use images. So an example of an image would be being at the beach, or sitting under a tree, maybe walking through the woods, or sitting on top of a rock at a creek or river, or being on top of a mountain, being in a rocking chair, maybe being in a hammock. There are so many options. The most important thing is you're looking for an image that helps you feel relaxed. And that's different for all of us. So you have to find ones that work for you. And you can try them, and like I've been having you look inside, feel inside, how do you notice things are changing? That's how you can tell if something is a good image for you to use. If it's something that's making you anxious, obviously that's not a good image to be using. So I tend to like to use the words on my focused breathing technique, and I will say to myself, when I breathe in love. When I breathe out peace. When I breathe in hope. When I breathe out joy. I'm just thinking that. And what that does for me is it helps me to stop other thinking. The mind is always working. That's what the mind's job is. And the mind is moving so fast and entertaining so many hundreds and thousands of thoughts throughout the day. So what we're trying to do is just to stop it for a short time. By doing this, remember we talked about we activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which really helps to calm everything. Our blood flow, our blood pressure, it brings actually our body temperature down. It's very soothing for the brain. It's good for digestion. It's really good for everything. All our internal organs get to relax a little more when we're doing these breathing exercises. So let's practice our focused breathing, and you can do this with an image or you can do it with a word. We will do this with our eyes closed so we can really notice a difference, and we're going to go through it 3 times. So you're going to breathe in either the same word and breathe out that word, or you're going to breathe in and stay with your image, seeing yourself at this place that you've created. It may not be somewhere you've ever been before. Maybe it's brand new. It's fine to use your imagination and travel in your mind and go somewhere that feels good. And then what you'll do is just put yourself in that place and just breathe in and out, staying there and just noticing what that's like. So we're going to get started now. So I invite you to close your eyes if it's comfortable. If not, you can just look down at the floor and try this with me. Just notice. You can open your eyes slowly. Notice how you're feeling. Remember, after everything we do, we always want to go back inside and just see if there's anything that's changed or shifted. That's what we're doing this for. So it's really good to acknowledge that, because the more we see that's positive, then the more we're going to want to do this. If you're finding that some of these techniques are causing you to be a little more anxious, then they may not be for you, or maybe you're having too long of an inhale and too long of an exhale. So you want to always remember to be in your body, not somebody else's, not the body you want to have, not the body that you wish you had, but acknowledging we are seniors and things are shifting and changing all the time, and we want to try to do what we can to make the body we live in feel better on a daily basis. Excuse me. We might also have an impact, like when we were talking about sleeping better, or helping with aches and pains. Sometimes in the morning when we wake up, our bodies are cranky and our joints are stiff and we're achy. Sometimes just laying in bed and doing some of these breathing exercises can really help to relax you and wake things up, help your circulation improve before you even stand up and move. Okay, we're in the home stretch. I know you all have been sitting a long time. If you need to get up and stretch or shake it out, please feel free to do that. I'm not asking you to sit for this long of a time like, I've been sitting. If you need to move, just get up and go. So, our very last breathing technique is called the caring breath. This is actually my favorite, probably because it's called the caring breath, but also what I like is it really attends to our heart space and helping us be more aware of how we are inside the heart center and connecting with that. And I really like that. I find that this is a very soothing breath. So I'm going to talk you through it. We're going to do it 3 times with our eyes open, and then we're going to do it 3 times with our eyes closed. So the first thing we do is we inhale our right arm up. I'm bending at the elbow, so it's really just my hand and forearm that come up. And then on the exhale, I'm looking towards my left shoulder and my hand rests on my left shoulder. If I can only turn a little bit, that's fine. If you need to just not even turn your head because you have a stiff neck, you can just do the arm motion and leave your head facing center. Remember what works for you in your body. Be kind, be loving, be aware. So we've exhaled to the shoulder. We're going to inhale back to center with our head and our arm. And then we're going to exhale, chin down, hand down to the left. And now we inhale, left arm up. Exhale, looking right shoulder. Left hand comes over and rests on right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, down. Chin down, hand down. Inhale, right arm up. Left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, down. Inhale, left arm up. Right shoulder. Inhale, arms center and head center. Exhale, down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, down. And you want to try to coordinate the movement with your breath. So inhaling, left arm up. Exhaling, head and hand move together towards the shoulder, if possible. Inhaling, center. And exhaling, chin down, hand down. How was that? I hope you liked it. I'm going to invite you to do this 3 more times with your eyes closed. I will talk us through 1 time with our eyes closed, and then we will do 2 cycles with quiet and with our eyes closed. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, down. Now continue 2 more on your own. Just take a moment and notice how you feel. Slowly open your eyes if they're not open. I know I'm feeling a lot calmer from doing this class and utilizing these wonderful breathing techniques. I hope you've enjoyed it. Just want to do a little review with you that we did a 3-part breath. We did a box breathing breath. We did a breath focus exercise, and we finished with caring breath. Please practice these at home. Find the 1 or 2 that you really like. I hope you enjoy them. If you want to do them longer than we did them, feel free to do that. It'll be very meditative. And just notice that as you practice, your inhale and your exhales will actually expand and get to be a little bit longer. And you'll find that breathing really helps you quiet down and feel much more comfortable in your body. And this can be utilized anytime, whether you're out or you're home. Your breath is always there. You always have it. It is your tool. Thank you for joining me today. I really loved breathing with you and learning some new things. And I will look forward to being with you, hopefully, the next class that we do for self-care for seniors. Take care until I see you again.